HubSpot just lost 80% of its website visitors, dropping from 24 million to just 6 million in less than 2 years. And Google's latest updates change everything, and your B2B website could be next. And here's how to make sure that your site is not next. For years, HubSpot was the gold standard of content marketing. Their playbook was simple: publish tons of content on any topic that could drive traffic, regardless of relevance to their business. And it worked brilliantly. They ranked for everything from how to write a resignation letter to famous quotes to shrug emoji as well. Their traffic exploded to over 24 million monthly visitors, and every B2B company followed their lead. Maybe you did too. But then in late 2024, everything changed. Between November and December alone, HubSpot lost 36% of their traffic. By January 2025, they went down to just 6.1 million visitors and 80% drop from their peak. And this wasn't just random bad luck. Google's algorithm updates completely changed the rules of SEO, and HubSpot's strategy suddenly became their biggest weakness. Now you might be thinking that, but my site isn't HubSpot. We don't have millions of visitors, so this doesn't apply to us. Or maybe you are thinking that SEO is dead anyway. We should just focus on paid ads or social media. Well, these things should be focused on, but I get it. When traffic tanks, it's tempting to abandon the ship. But here's the reality: SEO isn't dying, it's evolving. And if you understand the new rules, you can actually benefit from this shift while your competitors are in panic. I've spent the last 5 years building high performance Webflow websites for B2B companies. As a Webflow Premium Partner, I've worked with dozens of B2B clients to create websites that drive real traffic and real business results. And what we are noticing is that while giant content farms like HubSpot are struggling, focused B2B websites with clear expertise are actually performing better than before. Now let me show you what exactly happened to HubSpot and the 5 simple things you need to do to protect your website or even benefit from the shift. So what exactly happened to HubSpot? Let's break down Google's new rules. First, writing about topics outside your core business now actively hurting your rankings. HubSpot sells marketing software, but they were ranking for shrug emojis and resignation letters, as I said earlier. And those pages didn't just stop working, they actually dragged down the rest of the site as well. Now look at this HubSpot resignation letter page that used to rank number 1. Now it's not even the top 100. Indeed and other job sites took over because they are actually experts on that topic. Second, going after broad keywords no longer works. HubSpot famous quotes page used to bring in massive traffic. Now it's been replaced by the sites that are actually focused on quotes. Now third one is Google's AI overviews are now answering basic questions directly in search results. When someone searches for what are smart goals, they get an answer without visiting HubSpot. Fourth, short and basic content gets pushed down in search results. Those quick 500 word blog posts that used to rank, they're now buried on page 5. Now finally, being seen as an expert in your field now matters more than ever, more than how much you publish. HubSpot lost rankings to specialized sites across dozens of categories, job sites for career content, course sites for quotes, and so on. And the worst part, I've seen many clients making these exact same mistakes. One of our clients had 200 plus blog posts on topics completely unrelated to their business. When we audited their site, we found that 80% of the content was actually hurting their rankings. Another client was investing thousands in creating new content while their existing pages were being pushed down by Google's updates. And the harsh reality is that if your website doesn't adapt to these new rules, you could lose up to 80% of your traffic too, just like HubSpot. But there's good news. When you understand the new rules, you actually turn this challenge into an amazing opportunity for yourself and for your clients. Here's a B2B software client we work with. By implementing the strategy I'm about to share, they've actually increased the organic traffic by 62% since Google's updates, while their competitors are struggling. The secret? Your website must now stick to what you truly know. That's the only way to survive and thrive in this new SEO landscape. So here are 5 proven strategies to keep your traffic strong and even grow it in this new landscape. Strategy number 1, focus on your core expertise. Write only about what your business actually does and knows deeply. Let me give you a real example. We had a client in HR software space who was creating content about general marketing trends because they saw HubSpot doing it. When we analyzed their analytics, these off-topic posts had 90% bounce rates and almost zero conversions. So we refocused their content strategy exclusively on HR or automation, employee onboarding, and performance management, topics directly related to their software. Within 3 months, their average time on page doubled and lead generation increased by 35%. The key is to ask yourself, would a potential customer reasonably expect us to be an authority on that topic? If not, it doesn't belong on your site. Strategy 2. Content pruning. Systematically removing off-topic or thin pages from your site. This isn't just about deleting random posts. It requires a methodological approach. Step 1. Do a content audit using Google Analytics or your Search Console to identify your lowest performing pages. Step 2. For each page, decide whether to delete it completely if it's totally off topic, or redirect it to more relevant page if it has some valuable links, or consolidate multiple thin pages into one comprehensive resource. Or fourth one is update and expand it. If the topic is relevant but the content is thin, expand this content and update that. In this one, I can basically give you an example of a financial services client that we had. They had over 30 blog posts, but after our audit, we found that only 20% of those pages drove 80% of their traffic and leads. We pruned 150 off-topic pages, and within 2 months, their overall site traffic increased by 23%. Google rewards sites that maintain clear topical relevance. Think of it as pruning a tree. Cutting away the dead branches actually allows the healthy ones to grow stronger. Now on to our third strategy, depth over breadth. Create fewer better pages that go deep on your topics. The days of churning those 500 blog posts per week are over. Instead, focus on creating comprehensive resources that truly answer your audience questions. Here's what this looks like in practice. Instead of 5 separate blog posts about different aspects of a topic, create one definite guide. Include original research, data, and insights only your company can provide. Address all key questions and pain points in a single resource. And update and expand your best content regularly rather than creating new thin content every week. Now let me give you an example of thin content versus a comprehensive guide. A B2B software client of ours shifted from publishing 8 blog posts monthly to just 2 in-depth guides. Their average word count went from 800 to 2500 words per piece, and they included custom graphics, real client examples, and expert interviews. Their organic traffic to those resources increased by 68% over 6 months. Strategy 4. Commercial intent keywords. Focus on searches where people want to buy, not just learn. Information seeking queries are increasingly being answered directly by Google's AI overviews. To counter this, shift your focus to commercial intent keywords, searches where people are looking to make a purchase decision. Here's how to identify commercial intent keywords. Look for terms with modifiers like best, top, versus, alternative, or reviews. Focus on industry specific terms that show expertise, not just general terms. Next, target long tail keywords that indicate a specific need. Now, an example of informational versus commercial intent keywords. For example, instead of what is project management, you can use best project management software for remote teams. Instead of email marketing tips, you can use enterprise email marketing platform for B2B SaaS. Instead of customer service, you can use customer service software with AI chatbot integration. These things matter a lot. A client in the enterprise software space shifted their entire content focus from basic what is articles to detailed comparison pages. These new pages converted at 4.5x the rate of their informational content while still bringing in valuable traffic. Now, strategy 5 is demonstrate real expertise. Show real knowledge that proves you are an expert in your field. Google's EEAT guidelines, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness are now more important than ever. Here's how to demonstrate genuine expertise. Share proprietary data and research only your company has access to. Include specific examples from your client work, of course with permission. Then have content authored by genuine subject matter experts, not just writers. Include unique insights that challenge conventional wisdom in your industry. And document your methodology and show your work. Now let me give you an example of generic content versus expert content. One of our clients in the analytics space created a data report based on anonymized insights from their platform. This single piece of content generated more backlinks in 1 month than all their previous blog posts combined, because it offered genuine value no one else could provide. Remember, in this new landscape, you are not competing on volume, you are competing on expertise and insight. The truth is, this is the best thing that could have happened to, quality B2B sites. The days of competing with content farms are over. Just think about it. For years, small and mid-sized B2B companies couldn't compete with HubSpot massive content machine. They were publishing hundreds of articles monthly while you were lucky to pour out like a few per quarter. But now the playing field has completely changed. Your deep expertise in your specific field is now your biggest competitive advantage. You don't need thousands of pages to rank well. You just need to be clear authority in your niche. Quality now beats quantity every time, and that's a game that specialized B2B companies can actually win. Want to make sure your Webflow site is built to thrive under these new rules? I'd love to help. As a Webflow Premium Partner, we specialize in building B2B websites that are fast, scalable, and designed to convert visitors into leads, all while keeping you in full control of your digital presence. Click the link below to schedule a free strategy call where we'll audit your site and I'll identify what exactly you need to fix to prepare for this new SEO era. Let me know in the comments what outdated content have you removed from your website lately, and what is the biggest challenge in adapting to these new Google changes. Thank you so much for watching, and do subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.